All right, Jason, favorite date night restaurants on the east side?
We go out all the time.
Okay, but here's the thing. On Instagram, obviously, we have a national following. When people travel to Seattle for a vacation or whatever, I get asked all the time, like, what are the best restaurants we should go to? Where should we go eat? So figured we'd help people traveling in town. Anyone who lives in town looking for a great spot. These are our favorite spots.
Okay, so you're saying on the east side?
On the east side. So not Seattle. We're talking Kirkland, Bellevue, Redmond, you know, that whole area.
It's called suburbia. I gotcha.
Suburbia.
I've lived in suburbia.
You are in the mood for, and I am always in the mood for this genre, Italian. What east side restaurant do you think we would go to?
Como.
Yes! Very good! Nicely done. Okay, so Como.
High five and couples, cool!
Como is one of my absolute favorite date night restaurants because it is sitting right on the water in Kirkland. So it gives you like that perfect beach town aesthetic.
Yeah, I mean, you are actually looking out right over to like, there's yachts and boats and sailboats and like we've even gone to Como after being on a boat. We get off the boat and gone straight to Como.
Yeah. And it's Italian food. The vibe in there is really great.
How are their martinis?
Their martinis are amazing. As a female, I'm like more about vibe of a restaurant than the taste of the food. You are more about the taste of the food, but all the restaurants I have on here have good tasting food as well.
I think the food's there is good there too. I do get it's a really cool date night place. Is the food great? I think the food's really good for Italian. It's kind of high end, fancier Italian.
Yeah.
It's not like Maggiano's.
No.
Like being from here, it's like that location has always been restaurants. A whole bunch of restaurants come and go, but Como has stayed.
Yeah, and it's really hard to get into. So if you are planning on going there, you got to book a reservation like 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
No joke.
No joke.
Okay, second place Italian, I would say CARMINE'S in Bellevue. So if you can't get into Como, actually CARMINE'S is just as hard to get into. But that's like delicious Italian
and that's
food.
But CARMINE'S is super high end.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's expensive. Like, do you remember, what was the name? There's that one in Redmond, can't go there, Burnt Down, that we went to.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. That was like authentic Italian.
That was like authentic, hole in the wall.
That
like
broke my heart.
Yeah, well, you can't go there because it's gone. But, okay, so CARMINE'S second, Como first.
Yes. The next flavor of food would be, and I know you're going to get this right, would be if you want to go out for a steak dinner. Where do we like to go, Jason?
Our good friend John Howie.
John Howie Steakhouse is legit.
And I hope, John, you're watching this because we're going to give you some publicity and all we want is a free steak.
I know, we should be getting paid for all these restaurants we're saying. Anyway, we're not.
Just kidding.
John Howie is, I think, the best steakhouse in all of the Pacific Northwest.
So there's good steakhouses everywhere.
Yeah, like Ascend is great, Daniel's is great, John Howie takes the cake.
So, and John Howie is a famous chef in the Seattle area. So he's got other restaurants, but he named this one after himself.
Yep.
And even if you want to save a few bucks and not go there because it is on the higher end and it's a great date night place, but we go there and sit in the bar.
Yeah, I have that in my notes.
Oh, okay.
What we actually do when we go is sit in the bar. They have a great happy hour. What's your favorite happy hour menu item?
A burger!
Right, they have like the most gigantic...
For like $10.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Forget Red Robin, which is good, but don't get me wrong. For $10, the same price, you get this huge burger, pile of fries, and a pretty girl.
But also, like, I like the...
so cheesy.
The roasted Brussels sprouts are really good there. But if you do sit in the dining room, their tableside Caesar salad is insanity.
Yeah.
Insanity. It is so good. Where would we go if we were getting Mexican?
Well, I think it depends. If we're trying to stay close to home, it's Tres Hermanos.
So, that is not on my list. That was Tres Hermanos. That's not a date night. We would never, you and me, go on a date to Tres Hermanos.
Well, what if we're bringing our kids?
If we have the kids, then yes. But if it's just us, no.
Date night Mexican food, I would have to say date night Mexican food. Like the only thing that sticks out is Cactus.
Okay, that's on my. I have 2 on my list.
So Cactus is a chain, which is they're on the east side in Kirkland and Bellevue and in Seattle, and it's great.
I would say it's elevated Mexican food.
Yeah, it's more like Southwestern.
Southwestern. Yeah.
Okay.
One more option here.
So it's not Taco Time or Taco Bell.
Nope.
Although
I do love Taco Bell.
Where do we go for... Do we go there a lot?
We often... And it can only be you and me to go to this place. Because kids aren't allowed.
Matador. That's Matador's... I think... If you're gonna ask me about Matador, which you haven't asked me about Matador, but I'll give you
let's pretend I'm asking you.
My thoughts on Matador. Matador is a cool place if you're going to go sit there at a table, right? But I think it's even better at the bar.
Yeah, we always sit at the bar.
That does not mean we're always drinking.
No, I think we've probably gone there and not had a drink. Okay, but the one menu item you have to get when you go to Matador is...
The nachos.
The nachos. They're chorizo.
Chorizo nachos. Like, their
so
nachos, like again, this is a great date night place, especially if you're on a budget. So you get a plate of nachos, no joke. It's like, how big?
It's
like
huge.
And for like $10, and you could sip on water if you wanted to save some money, but you get a great drink along with it. But those nachos are massive.
Yeah. So
we don't even finish it, the two of us.
No, we don't.
And that's our meal.
So Cactus and Matador, and they have multiple locations for both of those restaurants. And Matador is 21 and over. You can't bring your kids.
What, Tres Hermanos?
Take them to Tres Hermanos, which is delicious, by the way, but not a date night place. Okay, next on the list, next flavor of food would be pizza. Where would we go for pizza?
Well, I think...
Not at home pizza, not like delivery pizza. Like, sit down, get some za.
There's not a lot. I mean, okay, can I name a few? Do I have to
Yeah,
name one?
and this is one I've never sat down with you at.
Okay, well, TUTTA Bella.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. TUTTA Bella is delish.
TUTTA Bella is a place you typically go, which is like wood-fired...
like a Neapolitan pizza.
Yeah. Second pizza place that you don't ever go to, but which is the best pizza in town is Pagliacci, but we don't go there.
You don't go there to eat. You
can.
That would not be a date. Also, would not be a date night place.
Okay, so date night pizza is Zeke's Pizza.
No, it's new to the east side. It's right by our office.
Oh, okay. We haven't even been there together. So this
that's what I said. I
question.
just said that.
Okay, so it's called Serious Pie. Mm-hmm. And it is. I've actually been there with some former teammates of ours.
Yeah.
I just went there recently with going back to the Bachelor world, where I was sitting there with a bunch of pretty girls. I went with,
And you?
Yeah, and the same kind of thing. I'm
used to.
Yeah. Serious Pie is awesome.
Yeah.
I think a couple of them have opened and closed in Seattle, but the one in the east side in Kirkland just opened, and it's really good. It's a little bit more expensive for a pizza.
Yeah.
I still vote TUTTA Bella.
I mean, I would probably pick TUTTA Bella over Serious Pie, but Serious Pie is like a nice date night spot because you can grab cocktails and you can sit down and eat pizza.
And it is really good, but it's not. It's kind of like the weird, like you might get
funky pizza,
fennel sausage with pine nuts.
Yeah,
but really good
fancy
stuff.
Pizza. So okay, next flavor would be sushi or seafood. This one was really tricky for me to come up with because I don't feel like the East Side has great sushi.
No, I mean,
but there are places in Bellevue where you can get sushi and good seafood.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think if you're not as big of a sushi, like your sushi is California rolls. It's not like real
fake
sushi. Fake sushi. Like there are some sushi restaurants that you probably don't think of, like I Love Sushi, that are more like hole in the wall but authentic sushi.
Okay.
Then you're probably thinking of Ascend, which has super high end sushi. Really expensive. The best views.
The Ascend is by far the fanciest restaurant in all of the greater Seattle area. I mean, like hands down.
I mean, for two people, you'll drop $500.
Easily. Yeah, but it has like a perfect view of, you can see Seattle, you can see all of downtown Bellevue. The atmosphere in there is super cool. Like the restaurant is insane. It is so cool.
But it's steak and sushi. And it's really good. But like, I think if you're thinking about sushi, you want to go to Seattle.
Yeah, I would say so too. But I also put on there, you could go get sushi at Joey's. We love Joey's.
Yeah, Joey's good. It's not really a sushi place, but
they do have part of their menu is sushi.
This is somebody coming from the Midwest. That's why we're having this conversation.
Fake sushi.
Fake sushi.
Okay, well, Joey in Bellevue is a great date night restaurant.
But the seafood, like the higher end seafood, you're probably still going to find them at steak restaurants if you're on the east side.
Ramen. Not like Top Ramen, but like legit ramen. Where is my favorite ramen place?
It's in the mall. I don't even know.
It's in the mall. KIZUKI.
KIZUKI, yeah.
It is. I've tried multiple ramen restaurants around our area, and KIZUKI in the mall, hands down, best ramen in town.
I do think that there are other locations. It's a well-known chain of ramen.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you like ramen, like it's really rich broth and noodles. It's really good.
I love ramen.
There is another place down the street from there.
No.
You don't like?
No.
Okay.
Bellevue Square location, the best ramen.
Yeah. So if you're
you could have a date night where like you go shopping at the mall and then you stop and have ramen at the mall.
Yeah. That's the kind of date night most of us don't love.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll move on. Not my favorite flavor of food, but yours. Thai food.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you go to get Thai food?
On the east side.
Yes.
Isarn.
That's what I put on my list.
Yeah.
Isarn is in downtown Kirkland. It's right on the waterfront, separated by a building, but it's right down there.
It is always busy.
Always packed.
It is got a great location. It's got unique flavors. They've got this specific dish, I think it's called Isarn noodles, which are pink, but with this great little curry type tofu thing that you pull over. It sounds disgusting, but it's awesome. Isarn is really good, especially if you just like the traditional pad thai.
Okay, by the way, this is a debate for you all in the comments. It drives me crazy that Jason calls pad thai pud thai, and he's always done it, and I always correct him. It is not pud thai, it's pad thai.
Pad thai.
Okay, the last one I have on the list is like if you want just American food. If you're going out for a date night and you just want burgers and chicken and American food.
Burgers and chicken. Well, I mean, I feel like Red Robin's the easy choice.
No, for a date night, we're not going to Red Robin.
Okay. Well, I mean, I still think...
If you take me to Red Robin on a date night, you're fired.
Red Robin. Yum.
I still think John Howie becomes that place.
Okay, of course, but this isn't a repeat place. I'm thinking, like, if you just looking for something casual, it's just you and your... Joey's is a good one. I would also put Tavern Hall.
Oh, Tavern Hall's good
Tavern
too.
Hall is in downtown Bellevue, and it's a great location, great spot, right in the middle of all the action. And it's like they've got shuffleboard and all that kind of stuff in the back. It's just a good casual date night place.
Yeah. We rarely go there though.
We don't go there a lot.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take that off your list. I think you're incorrect. No, it's Tavern Hall is pretty good. Spot. I think. Don't you think we would pick Joey before Tavern Hall?
Probably. So
and John Howie before Tavern Hall.
9 times out of 10, when we go on a date night, we go to John Howie. So honestly, if you're looking for a great spot to go get dinner on a date night, if you're coming into town, if you're local, just go to John Howie. It never fails.
Yeah, like John Howie and Como are two go-tos.
Yeah. That's it.
Super easy.